Yun, so tapos na natin ang chapter 1. Let's go with the chapter 2. This is preparing for an engineering career. Naman ito. Ito na pa. Making the transition from high school to college. Yeah. Medyo mahirap ito sa ngayon dahil ba to? Yung kwan kasi natin, yung transition in between high school to college. Nakikita nyo ba ako? Wala. Screen capture. It's locked. Video capture. Ayan, kita nyo na? Siguro nakikita nyo na ako. Yan. So, before, dun sa may face-to-face natin, nafe-feel nyo yung transition eh. Pero I don't know right now. It's because naka-online for how many years na. So, siguro, ganun pa rin. Pero, the biggest transition that you could experience kasi dito is the methodology of teaching. Dito kasi from high school or your K to 12 to your college, the big difference is that in high school you have teachers. Here, you don't call those people teachers anymore. Their titles are instructors, assistant professors, associate professors, and professors. There's a big difference between the two. So you'll be encountering maybe I could generalize na lang na in a way na paano ba? Ano bang kuwan natin doon? Mentor, ganun na lang siguro, no? So merong iba, ang style nila is that they really in a way na spoon feed, tinuturuan kayo step by step. Okay? Meron naman iba yung what we call the instructor. Kaya nga they just simply instruct you on what you're going to do. So, ganito, sample na ganyan, and then the rest is up to you. I remember one time, meron akong instructor nung college ako. I don't know kung nakwento ko na to sa inyo eh. He goes to the class, and then first day was, inulat niya ang syllabus, the board, and then the references, his contact number, and everything. And then the next thing that he said was, "Do you have any questions?" Okay. Our next meeting will be this. Our topic is this one. And then class dismissed. Sibat. Uwi yan. Aga. Mga 10 minutes lang sa klase. Napapansin namin, every now and then, ganun ang style. Pagpasok niya ng klase, our topic is ganito. Do you have any questions? So, wala. Wala nagtatanong. It's because it was our moral obligation to read our books, the references. And then one time, bigla na lang siyang pumasok. Okay, get one whole. May quiz na kami. Yun. So, moral lesson is that if your instructor asks you the question, do you have any question? Huwag kayong matakot magtanong. Dahil baka mamaya, quiz na yun eh, hindi mo alam. So, that's sharing my experience during my transition. And then, another thing, study habits. Siguro, kailangan meron talaga kayong study habit dito. Kasi kung wala, kayo ang kawawa. Lalo ngayon, ang hirap magkaroon ng mag-develop ng study habit kapag medyo matanda ka na. Kung ngayon ka palang magde-develop, you really have to discipline yourself. So maraming mga transitions. I'm just going to specify na lang doon sa may learning, not on the other personal stuffs. Budgeting your time. Okay. So, meron tayong tinatawag na schedule. Na-training na kayo sometime high school. Pagpasok mo ng high school, meron ka ng starting schedule. Even as early as grade 4, grade 5, or grade 6. Something like that. I think meron na rin kayong scheduling eh. So, 7 to 8, bayang magiliw. Or 7:30, and then 7:30 you have your class, your first subject, you have your vacants, and so on and so forth. Now, it's really, really important that in this career, time management. Okay? I cannot emphasize it even more. Kasi, you don't know how to handle your time, and I'm sorry, naubusan ka na ng oras. You're wasting time. Kawawa ka. Okay? Also, hindi lang ikaw yung kawawa, eh, kawawa din yung kwan mo, yung family mo, yung friends mo. You don't know how to budget. You have to have ample amount with your family. So for example, right now, yung nangyari ngayon na pandemic natin, work from home. They stated they given us work from home for the whole month of October. So we are not allowed to go here sa school. The problem there is that nawalan ng boundary yung home and work. Okay? Di katulad nun sa amin sa amin. I'm here at work or you're here at the school, you study. Pag uwi mo ng bahay, wala na eh, pahinga na lang eh. O kaya hugas ka ng pinggan. Wala nang anything to deal with the school or work. So noon may boundary, ngayon wala na. Ang hirap. So kung hindi mo i-alarm, kung hindi ko alimbawa i-alarm yung phone ko na I have class, I have to do these things, meron tayong Gantt chart na ginagamit and so on and so forth, those things, mawawala ka talaga, especially kapag nasa bahay ka. Okay? Just budgeting your time. Okay? Fit with. Ano pa ba? Budgeting your time, yeah. Tapos lang pala niyan. Ito yung sinasabi nating weekly activities for you. Ano pa ba? The classes schedules. Pretty good na magkaroon ka ng parang ganito to follow. Pero, I don't know. It's up to you kung gusto mo eh. Do what's work, yung nag-work for best for you. Daily studying preparation. Yes. It's very, very critical that you have one. My experience, my training during my elementary days, syempre school 8 to 5, 5 to 6, slight laro. Okay, syempre bata. But when it comes with 6, dapat nakalinis na ng katawan, nakakain na ng hapunan. It's because aral na kami nun eh. Mag-aaral na kami ng nanay ko. All the way hanggang 8 p.m. yun, 6 to 8. So that was the study habit that has been built all throughout those years, the elementary years. Okay? Yun. And then, yung pinag-aaralan namin was yung susunod na topic the following day. So, kung ano yung ginawa maghapon, titignan yun ng nanay ko. Tapos, i-cross-check nyo dun sa may libro. And then, titignan nyo yung references with the topics. And then, saka kami mag-advance reading for the next topic in preparation for tomorrow. So, yun ang kwan namin. Yun ang studying preparation namin palagi. Dito sa college, my advice is that binibigay naman ng faculty yung kwan ninyo syllabus ninyo eh. Always a topic or two ahead of the syllabus. Ahead of the current topic in the syllabus. So kung ngayon nasa chapter 1 kayo na pinag-uusapan, since meron na kayong references, walang masama. Kung halimbawa, babasahin mo na yung chapter 2 hanggang chapter 3, lalo't once a week lang naman at 1 oras lang ang klase ninyo sa isang linggo. Hindi na masakit yun. Okay? Attend your class regularly, get help right away. Yes. Asking for help, hindi naman siya kalabisan eh. Wala namang problema doon. Kung hindi mo kaya, hindi humingi ka ng tulong. Nobody's an island. Wala namang problema doon. Okay? And your instructors are here to work, to help. Okay? Huwag nyo lang tatanungin sa kanila kung ano yung sagot sa pinapagawa. You have to, for example, in my students, I give them activities or laboratory experiments, something like that. May mga nagtatanong din sa akin, Sir, hindi ko ma-install yung ganito, ganyan. Ang hirap install, ayaw mag-install. Now, ang tanong ko sa kanila is, ano na bang mga ginawa mo? Wala pa, sir. Pag ganun, mag-research ka muna. Kasi, you stumbled on a certain block and then you already asked for help from me. Ano yun? Every may stumble ka, tatanong mo sa akin. You have to learn how to overcome your own problems. Ngayon, kapag may mga sinubukan ka na, 1, 2, or 3, okay, andyan naman si Google to aid you with your technical difficulties. Tapos hindi pa rin gumana, and then you come to me. Okay? Kasi there are some cases na baka naman talagang wala ng solution and then you're going to ask the person involved or who knows the problem that could help you. Okay? So, ganun. So, I always ask first my students kung ano na ba yung mga steps na ginawa nila or sinubukan nila regarding dun sa may problems nila. Pero kung wala pa silang sinusubukan, and then mas maganda sumubok ka muna. Kasi I am cultivating your attitude for solving your own problems. Paglabas mo kasi mamaya niyan sa work, wala, may sir ka pa ba doon? Andiyan pa ba si ma'am? Andiyan pa ba yung kaibigan mo na tutulong sa'yo? Wala na. You're on your own. Okay? What else? Take good notes. Yeah. Every now and then, in my cell phone, I have these notepads. Nandoon palagi yun sa pinaka-desktop ng cellphone ko. Kasi halimbawa, may naalala ako, natutulog ako, halimbawa, something like that, or taking my power nap. There are some cases na I'm working on certain project and then hindi siya naggumagana. Okay? May problem. Maya muna yan, kako. Sige, atras na muna, merienda na muna, o kaya idlip muna. And then later on, while walking or while eating, bigla mong maalala na, uy, pwede pala yung solution na yun. Okay. By the time na bumalik ka dito sa office to try it out, chances are, nalimutan mo na kasi busog ka na, nagpalpa ka na, tapos masarap yung ulam dun kila Lonnie Rail. Di wala na. So, good notes, meron ka sa cellphone mo, type mo na kagad doon. Na hindi mo malilimutan. Okay? Ganun din sa mga natin, sa mga other things to do. So, pwede mo rin nilagay doon sa may Google Calendar mo. Okay, you have things to do there, may alarm ka niya. That's a good thing. It's because it synchronizes your from your browser to your cell phones, tablets, and everything as long as you're using the same Google account. So, okay siya. Sometimes sticky pad okay din. Nilalagay ko dun sa sa mismong computer. May sticky pad pa ba ako dito? Sample. Ayun. Ayan. So, ito. Sticky notes, I should say. So, I use sticky notes. Lagay ko dito. Tingnan natin dyan. Diba? Tawa naman kayo dyan. Hindi na ako tumatawa eh. So, other than meron din ako isang ginagamit na eh. Ano nga ba yung ginagamit kong yun? Sandali, share ko sa inyo. Meron pa akong isang software na ginagamit sa my cellphone. I don't know kung dito pa siya for the notes. It's called Keep Notes pala. Okay. So it's a Google thing. Synchronized na rin itong Keep Notes na to. This is not an ordinary notepad. Ano pa? Asan na yun? Wala na yata. Wala na. Nabura ko na. Sorry. Nabura na siya. Okay. Ano pa ba? Topic natin dito. Not a good way to study. Yes. Studying place. Studying place is also the same as working place. So right now, may construction dun sa may kabilang kapitbahay namin. If I do this recording, hindi ko ma-filter out yung noise, honest to goodness. And then may nag-aayos din ng sasakyan doon. Kita nyo naman pag nag-online tayo kung minsan it's really sakit sa ulo. And this is November 1 and pinayagan naman na yata hanggang October kung lang naman. Paalam ako. I went here sa my school. I'm alone right now here in the faculty room. And walang kaingay-ingay except dun sa may aircon. Kaya, yun, tahimik. Diba? Saya. Magawa mo yung recording mo dito. Wala kang problema. Gusto mong mag-disco. Okay lang. Makapag-relax ng konti and then balik ka ulit sa trabaho. O balik ka ulit sa pag-aaral. Napaka-importante yung yung meron kang quiet place na mag-aaral. Meron yung ibang ginagawa nila di daw sila makapag-aaral pag walang music. I beg to disagree. Okay? Theoretically, this music is just a noise filtering, noise cancellation dun sa noise na naririnig mo outside. Ang downside nun, the plus side is that, for me, uh, I've been doing that since college eh. Using my old Marilyn Manson playlist. I always listen to the music kasi maingay sa boarding house noon. Daming magugulo. Okay? Pero through my study and experience, ibang-iba pa rin kapag tahimik yung lugar na pinag-aaralan mo. Kasi you have this tranquility of your inner self that really can focus on the things that you're going to do. At ibang-iba yung attention na naibibigay niya compared kapag meron kang naririnig. You need all five senses. The more senses that you use doing something, studying or working, okay, the more na nagiging effective yung pag-retain ng information, lalo sa pag-aaral. So, miski akala mo na kapag focus ka dahil na-eliminate or naka-cancel out yung noise dun sa milabas because of the music that you're hearing, one way or another, your brain cells are still processing. Okay, nagpa-process pa rin yung utak mo for the noise cancellation para magkaroon ka ng focus doon sa ginagawa mo. Imagine na hindi natatrabahuhin ng utak mo yun. So, di ang laking burden na nawawala sa utak mo. And mavavacate yun to focus on the real work or the real study that you need to do. Okay? So, yeah, right now, I went here to focus so that mas maganda yung pagkakon ko pag de-deliver ko nung lecture ko sa inyo. Not only that, it's another one is quiet. Mas okay dito, 'di ba? Hindi siya ganun kaingay pagdating sa bahay. Masaya. Naantok na sila. Anyway, sandali lang naman to. Chapter 2 lang tayo dito eh. Ano pa ba? Like others, form of study group. During our time, I was the vice president of Engineering Honor Society, and then meron kaming program noon na peer tutorial, something like that. I forgot the term. Pero I hope mabuhay uli yun dito eh. Something like, for example, lahat ng engineering, college namin nun. Mechanical, electrical, architecture, civil, computer engineering, something like that, no? ECA, meron pa din pala kami ECA din. So, this group society, Engineering Honor Society, puro mga miyembro lang doon, Dean's Lister, academic scholars, we offer tutorial doon sa mga students na nangangailangan. Okay? So, halimbawa, may nakaposte doon sa wall ng group namin. Literal na society group siya, student organization siya. So, may list doon nakapaskal kung sino yung mga available students, anong course niya at kung saan mo siya makikita at that time. For example, ang tambayan namin noon sa may brickyard. So, kami na nakatoka for that day, for example, tatambay kami sa brickyard. Nandoon yung post ng name, nandoon din yung picture. So, available. Halimbawa, 10 to 11. Nakupo lang kami sa brickyard. And then mamaya, milalapit. Kuya, ito yung nakita ko sa schedule mo. Ito yung bakante mo. Papaturo sana ako sa calculus. Kaya sa algebra, hirapan kami. Paano po ba ito? May mga study group kami noon. Hindi ko kakilala yun pero alam ko engineering siya kasi nakita siya yung eh. And the good thing also, minsan, accountancy, HRM, minsan doon, humingi ng tulong din. Kasi engineering nga, so doon ka. Sila nagpapaturo. Okay. So you could do this also on your own sa inyo, sa mga classmate mo. Ba? Prepare for examinations. Yes, of course. You really have to prepare. I cannot emphasize it more how you need to prepare for exams, especially here in college. Hindi biro yung exams natin dito, especially for midterms and finals. Okay? Pero for this subject, I'm quite lenient. I'll be honest. So, wag na kayo masyadong mag-alala. Importante lang, iniintindi nyo yung mga lectures ko, yung mga sinasabi ko. As long as nakikinig kayo sa professor ninyo or instructor ninyo, wala kayong magiging problema. Okay? The best preparation tip for examination that I could give you is that you study every night. Okay? Ganun lang yun. I cannot advise. We have no secret. For example, me, during college, Hindi uso sa amin yung review. Sir, what do you mean hindi uso yung review? Hindi uso yung review sa engineering. Ah, ang review kasi, ang definition namin ng review, for example, exam bukas ngayon ka magre-review. Kapag ganun ang ginawa mo, asahan mo, bagsak ka na. So, hindi ganun. Okay? Ang preparation ng examination is that day 1 pa lang, pagpasok mo pala ng klase, nagpe-prepare ka na for exam. Every time na merong klase, you're always thinking you're already preparing for exam. Hindi yung bukas, exam, ngayon ka palang magpre-prepare. It's not like that. So, anong gagawin mo dun? Every after the topic, you listen, you re-study, okay? I-review mo lahat yung mga pinag-aralan ninyo. Up until the time, it's very natural to you na maalala na lang yun. Okay? You read it 5 times again, something like that. Mas madaling basahin ng 5 beses yung notes. For example, in my solid mensuration noon, wala akong natutunan sa teacher ko. Wala, honest to goodness, wala. Kasi sexy yung teacher ko eh. And it's quite distracting at that time, okay? So, what I did was that I read my notes, the book, doon ako nag-aaral mag-isa. And then, pagdating ko doon sa may klase, mastery na lang. So, yung notes na sinusulat sa blackboard, hindi rin ako makapag-focus. Yung kaklase ko, siya nagsusulat, tapos kokopyahin ko sa kanya. Habang kinokopya ko, nare-retain sa utak ko. At the same time, during the time na nagdi-discuss siya, nakafocus lang ako sa kanya na nagdi-discuss siya. Although, iba na rin yung focus mo kung minsan. Pero at least, nakafocus ka lang sa kanya. Tapos, the notes, makapagsulat ako ng mga 3 pages. Malaking bagay na yun kasi the sense of touch, the writing, the sight, and then you speak. Nabasa mo kung ano yung kwan, and then kung hindi na naintindihan sa kanya, tatanungin mo pa. So may peer counseling na rin yun, may peer tutorial. At the same time, so pagkatapos ko isulat yun, pag uwi ng bahay, or before the day ends, I make it sure that all my notes na naisulat within the day, I read it at least 3 times. So hindi ko siya minememorize. Binabasa ko lang. No hard. Yung huwag mo pahirapan sa sarili mo, basahin mo lang. Hanggang sa ma-retain yun sa utak mo ng kusa. And then from that, that is already part of my preparation for exam. Pagdating na dun sa exam kinabukasan, all I have to do is browse yung mga nabasa ko. And that's it. So para ka lang easy-easy. Pero ang totoo niyan, mas madali kasi na unti-untiin mo na yun kaysa bultuhan mong i-memorize the day before the exam, sasabog ang utak mo. And the secret in engineering is more on understanding and applying rather than memorizing. Okay, hindi tayo parang dito other courses na you have to memorize by term. No, it's not like that. You have to understand how things goes. Okay? So, it's really, really difficult kung halimbawa you're going to cram for it. Ano pa dito? Getting involved in an engineering organization. Oh yeah, that's cool. We have ICPEP. May mga organizations tayo dito. PICE for civil engineering. We have IIEE or IEEE for ECE and EE. I forgot. PSME for mechanical. RK, I forgot yung RK. UWAP, something like that. United Architectures, something. Sorry. Utang ko na po. Graduation plan. Okay, what are your plans on your graduation after you graduate? Siguro may shota ka o kaya kasintahan ka na nasa abroad, ipipetition ka na, o edi swerte mo. Okay, but if you're planning to work on a certain entity or company, particularly in the networking industry, napaka-boom ng networking natin ngayon dahil sa online class. And who knows, baka couple of years from now, i-continue nila yung ganitong system dahil benefit para sa kanila, hindi na mamamatay ang networking industry. So if you're planning to go with that, okay, right now, alamin mo na kung ano yung mga skills na kailangan mo para ikaw ay makapaghanda. Hindi yung kung kailan ka graduate, doon ka pala maghahanda. Yung iba, graduate na, saka pa lang sila nagtetest na. Kasi kailangan pala. Kaliwa. you have to plan ahead. Ngayon pa lang, alamin mo na. Gusto mong maging CEO, gusto mong maging presidente ng Pilipinas. So, ngayon, alamin mo na kung ano yung mga kailangan mong skills para maging presidente ng Pilipinas. Okay? Ganun lang yun. Ano pa ba? Ano pa ba kayo? Uy, gising. Ang cute nitong laruan na to. Yan, di nagising kayo, no? Okay, other considerations, doing volunteer work. Yan. Nung sa amin sa Engineering Honor Society, that is a volunteer work. Wala kaming wala kaming bayad doon. But the good thing about that is that kung may magpapatutor sa'yo, you're obliged to give them a good lecture. So, nagkakaroon ng mastery doon sa may knowledge or doon sa may napag-aralan mo. Okay. Vote in local and national elections. Being good citizen. Yeah, okay. Let's not go into that doctrine, baka mapahaba yung lecture ko dito. May utak naman na kayo. Okay? So, when you participate, please make sure you think. Okay? Kaya na nasabi ko, qualification is very, very important. One good example is that kukuha ka ba ng network engineer nang walang alam sa networking? Meron naman yung iba, theoretically, magaling, may papel, pero pagdating sa actual, wala talaga. Sana ganun din. When you try to vote these leaders later on, do a critical background check. Tingnan mo kung may background ba talaga siya sa pamamahala, kung meron ba siyang mga hinawakang posisyon noon, at kung meron man, ano ang mga nagawa niya. Kung meron man siya nagawa, baka wala lang naman, dumakdak ng dumakdak, mag-antagonize. Hindi ganun yun. Hindi yun, binoto mo lang siya dahil kagalit niya yung kagalit mo, or puro daktak, o kaya panunulig sa ang ginawa niya the whole term. Tingnan nyo kung meron siyang inert capability na skill na may leadership. Okay? Patungo dun sa may gusto nyong marating ng bansa na ito. Kasi later on, wala na kami dito eh. Patay na kami. Kayo mga batang susunod. So, sinong kwan? It's a good thing for you to think. Okay, right now. Get to know your classmates. Yes! Kasi classmate mo ang magsasalba sa'yo mamaya. Classmate mo ang kokopyahan mo kapag hindi mo alam ang sagot sa exam. Classmate mo ang hihingan mo ng notes kapag absent ka. Classmate mo ang pagbibigyan mo ng excuse letter pag halimbawang ikaw ay absent. Classmate mo din yung magiging ka-groupmate mo sa mga work mo. Okay? Marami. Malay mo, classmate mo rin yung magiging asawa mo mamaya. You have to get to know your classmates. Okay? Get to know an upper division engineer. Yes. Ibiganin mo yung mga senior mo. Okay? Yung iba, sa sobrang pagkakaibigan nila, sila nagkakatuluyan. Pero, I remember, maraming cases yun sa computer engineering. Tawag na neto. Kasi, halimbawa sa inyo sa mga first year, pagdating niya sa mga subject na ganito, medyo mahirap. Siyempre, kanino ka hingi ng tulong? Doon sa mga nakatapos na. Chances are, meron silang mga hand-me-downs para sa inyo. They called it old notes. Kung minsan, nagkamabutihan, pati yung mga equipment, pinapamana, yung iba binibenta sa murang halaga, o gagamitin mo to kay sir ganito, kakailangan mo ng ganyan. No? Diba? Pwede meron ka ng advance na idea. Pagdating mo doon sa may subject, familiar ka na. Dapat ganun. Pero pag halimbawang solo-solo ka, wala kang kwan, nasa sayo din yun. Wala din naman problema if you want challenge in your kwan or meron kang sariling diskarte. Pero do not forget, these two things, get to know your classmates, get to know an upper division engineering students, okay? This completes or the raw materials for one of the 4 C's na kailangan mo. Okay? Culture, concept, capability, and building connection. If you don't know anyone, how can you make connections? Other than that, hindi lang dito sa loob eh. Once you graduate also, for example, getting to know this upper engineering students, pag yan nagkatrabaho, nakaibigan mo yan, napunta siya sa magandang company, 'Di kahit paano kung ikaw ay ga-graduate, merong contact cards, baka may hiring kayo diyan, "Oh, meron kami hiring, subukan mo dito." Gano'n lang 'yun. Kung ikaw maghahanap ng mag-isa, katulad yung sa akin nun, nung graduate ako, wala akong kakilala nun sa upper kuwan ko, upper years ko. Hanap ako ng trabaho mag-isa. Ngayon, na okay kasi natuturuan natin yung mga estudyante na magkaroon ng link and connection sa isa't isa. O yung mga may trabaho na ngayon, sila pang nagse-send dun sa mga bata na, "Oh, ito may hiring kami, o bilis ang graduate." Oh, ang saya ng gano'n. Unlike yung sa amin noon. Pa ba? Ayun. So with that, I've discussed entire chapter 2. Introduction to engineering design will be discussed next meeting. I'll be creating a separate video for that. If you do have any questions or comments, suggestions regarding with our topic, I'll be posting this to our YouTube channel. You can view it right now, and then when we see dun sa may actual class, yun, pwede nyo itanong dun, or pwede nyo na rin itanong mamaya dun sa may MS Teams natin. Okay? So with that, stay safe. God bless.